Good evening, everyone. Now, I thought of having a formal discussion with you. How should be the and what should be the way of uh, giving education to our society? Because actually, we also have come through a different type of education system. So actually, we after completing the primary education, we enter the secondary education, then the tertiary education, and it ended from the university. So if actually I don't have much understanding about the educational profile of other countries. Actually, I have not been studying in foreign countries for a long period of time. I have a bit of exposure, but by that I can't say what the exact type of education they adopted in different countries. I am going to talk about the education system in the Sri Lanka, and according to my experience, what are the modification and changes to be done to the education to make it much worthful and giving much value to the our new generation. Not to the new generation. Actually, the education. I mean, education is something that we start from the birth, and actually we can't say when it ends until we leave this society. I think education continues. So actually, so then, according to my experience in our country, so actually there are in Sri Lanka as a community, everyone in Sri Lanka has a high IQ level. Actually, unbelievable, unmatchable, uncomparable IQ levels, because everyone is having multi talents. Everyone is having multi talent. So in Sri Lankan culture, Sri Lankan community, our Sinhala community, everyone has the ability and capacity of learning different type of things at the same time. So actually, that is what I want to emphasize and show you and reveal to the community. So, and then after completing our primary education, so we enter the secondary education. Means actually we have to pass the year 5 scholarship exam, then the O level and A level exam, and then if the part of these students who complete the advanced level examination in different educational streams, somebody at the end somebody get enough marks to enter the government universities. Okay, and but majority is actually, this is the little bit of pathetic condition. Majority fails to enter the university, even though they work hard and they have a big capacity to work with subjects which they have learned. What is the reason and the problem behind this? Actually, so in a country like Sri Lanka, so actually we have a so far extended history. So actually we know our history very well, and what are the things we have our ancestors done for the community. So we have massive construction, and which has the age of 1,000 years, still stays same, revealing our proud history to the whole world. So actually, Sigiriya like construction and the sacred city like Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa, and so many reservoirs constructed by our ancestors they are revealing our proud history. So this stream of our ancestors' genes are pooled fooled here in our new generation. So no one can say no. Uh, it's the accepted truth. So no one came from other planet to our country and doing these things in this digital era. These all are our ancestors' gene and the talents which our children and new generation reveals to the community. So then Sri Lankan education is a well organized, well and advanced. Actually, it's not some type of education a person can pass through easily, and it is a little bit of tough education. If I, as a science, as a person who learn in science stream, I know how advanced is the advanced level examination, and each and every examination has its own standards. So they maintain the standards. Now it's good actually. This examination and the way of teaching, they have streamlined these things very well. And but the problem is still our community is in different socio-economic levels, but their IQ levels are in a very high status. But you know, when we consider past, we had so many problems from foreign countries, foreign invaders, and we know our heroes, our that period army and our forces, and they did great achievements in repelling out the harmful enemy forces, and they completely eradicated the some bad evil thing which encounter our Sri Lankan society. And you know, actually our army very recently in 2009, actually they giving good model to how the army should be. Then they eradicated the very nasty Tamil Elam. The Tamil Elam is they are the actually terrorists. They are not the some kind of human beings. They are terrorists, and they reveals the terrorist activity throughout the history. And our forces actually they keep in the rights of the civilians, and they protect in the right of the civilians. That is why it should took that much of time to eradicate the bad evil spirit of this Tamil Elam from our country. They took the time to protect our community, and they give good. They give protection not only to Sinhala people and all the civilians living in Sri Lanka. They protected and safeguard everyone. Even though these terrorist activities were going on time to time, all our armed forces, our three forces and army, navy, air force and police, and they exert all the efforts to protect all the civilians in this country. Also Sinhala people and all the other races, people from all the other races actually. So then actually that was war between terrorism and humanism. Okay, then giving a very good example to whole world, they defeated the terrorism. So being with this armed forces, Sri Lankan armed forces, we are very proud people. So no one could achieve this type of eradicating these nasty evil forces like our Sri Lankan armed forces, and they gave a good example, giving their life. Sometimes they lost their lives. Sometimes they got encountered with massive injuries, and they sacrificed their families' lives to protect our motherland. So we are living in this under the protection of this armed forces, right? Three forces and police. So actually, that is the main thing we can be proud of our country, because having a very good armed forces, army, navy, air force and police. Okay, that is our blessing. They always safeguard all the civilians and uh, everyone coming from overseas to visit Sri Lanka. They provide the best ever protection. So we are proud of our army and army, air force, navy, and police. So three forces and police, and they make our lives and they make our lives very comfortable to live in this country. So we are very proud and we have a good pride because of our armed forces. So that is there. So then everything was happening in the past. Because of those things, when there was a war against terrorism. So then how should be the situation in the country? Because of those things, actually, even though there was a well organized stream of education, so there were so many drawbacks was there. Because so then when the war was existing, so there were so many problems in the countrywide, and that in fact was directly affect the education stream also. So then actually that might be one reason, so where some our colleagues fail in entering the university and do their tertiary education. And actually that is, I said it, but that is not the utmost truth. So entering the university is something else. Why but not entering the university and obtaining other skills and doing their own studies. And university is one extent, but anyone can obtain the knowledge by self-learning and do anything and the whatever thing they want, because our people are very intelligent people. They can do some kind of automobile, they can be automobile engineers by themselves without going to the university. They can be good carpenters, they can be good constructors, they can be good writers, journalists, they can be good governors, the factory owners, without entering the university. So that is there. So just entering the university is one extreme, but it is good. But without entering the university, if they do some kind of other jobs, we can't compare the people who enter the university is superior, or not the people, our students not enter the university is inferior. We can't say like this. I think everyone is same. But some people, some students take the decision, they don't want to enter the university. They have their own plans and they are intelligent enough and they can do their own thing. And then that is the truth. So actually I want to continue this discussion for another 2-3 episodic videos. So, and one thing I remember, so our army commander, former army commander, General Sarath Fonseca, and one day I was watching a live discussion with Sarath Fonseca sir with some some I think media channel, and he said that first of all, and before giving the education to students, and we must teach students to tell the truth and appear for the truth, and being truthful and appearing for the truth, and then when a student always appear for truth and always wants to tell the truth, then that is the beginning of the education. Okay? And he said that is actually the utmost truth. Actually, the problem is in the some kind of the problems affecting the education is everyone everyone, if they want to appear for the truth and the this truth, then that is the good foundation to all the students who enter the education system, and that mind setup must be formulated. So, and the first step, and we as our Army Commander, former Army Commander General Haras Fonseca, as Sir said, and all the students, they must appear for truth. They must say the truth. They don't say lies. And if the students always, actually, I will explain what it is. If the student always trying to conceal somebody else or tell lies, and then they enter the wrong way. They are going to enter the wrong way. To enter the proper way, they always must be appear for truth. So that is how this happens. So when the examination is conducted, if some student want to cheat himself, and then that is the end of the education. So then for the examination also, then if they don't want to study properly and appear for the exam, and whatever the result, if they don't like to admit the results of the exam, if they try to cheat somebody else and not appear for the truth, that is the end of education. And as Sir said, Sarath Fonseca Sir said, it's a very good thing everyone can think of. If they, from the childhood, if they appear for the truth, and if they are steady, and then they believe in the definite truth, and then their way of education is pretty clear. Must be clear, definitely. It will be clear, and definitely it, no doubt that they will go in a correct pathway, and that is how it happened. And so, and I am going to end this session by now, but I will continue this in the future also. So, and that is a good thing I want to tell you, what our former Army Commander said, and everyone must grab these things and keep these things in mind. Then your pathway, your path of education, path of your life journey will not be able to ruin by somebody else. Okay, and I will meet up with another video, and I will explain how these education reforms should be done in the to match with the future needs. Okay, thank you very much. And as a Sri Lankans, Ayubowan.